Assalamualaikum and greetings, children. Today we're going to read an article on page 64. So do get ready your textbook. Okay, class, now let's read together. In the old days, food tasted better and was more nutritious. This is because of the cooking methods our great-grandparents used. There were no modern appliances like microwave ovens, food processors, or automatic cookers like what we use today. Food may be cooked faster in a modern time, but it is not as tasty or nutritious as the food our great-grandparents cooked. Okay, class. From what we have read, we can see that the articles are trying to state the difference between the food in the old days and the modern days. The main idea is the food in the old days tastes better and more nutritious. It also stated that food in the modern times are cooked faster than the old days. Now let's read the next passage. In yesteryears, our great-grandparents used charcoal to cook. They would use a pestle and mortar to pound their spices. The spices were then used to marinate raw food such as fish and chicken or to cook curries. They would wrap fish in banana leaves before grilling the fish over a fire. They also cooked vegetables which were freshly picked from their own gardens. Now class, as you can see in this passage, it shows the difference how the old days and the modern days way of cooking, the method of cooking. As for the old days, they use charcoal to cook, and then how they process the food is they use pestle and mortar. Alright. They also use spices, and they rub the fish or their food with banana leaves. I need to get a pen for this. This is hard. Right. And then they grill it over a fire. And their food also pick up fresh from their own gardens. Let's read the last one. Thus, the nutritional value in the food was maintained and it tasted better. So class, from what we have read, we know that the old days way of cooking is much better than the modern days method of cooking. So, do you agree with this article? Now let's look at the way they preserve food. In the old days, they marinate food, isn't it? They marinate food, and then they use spices. While in the modern days, they use artificial flavors, and then they use lots of chemicals to preserve the food. So you can see clearly here the old days method of preserving is far more better than the modern days, where they use the natural ingredients to marinate, such as the spices. While in the modern days, the way they preserve food is very harmful, which they use artificial flavors and some dangerous chemicals, dangerous to our health, Now let's look at how the way they package food, the packaging. Right. In the old days, they use banana leaves. While in the modern days, we use plastic. So what do you think? Which one is better? Which one is more eco-friendly? Surely, and it's clear that plastic is very hazardous to our ecosystem, which will harm our Mother Earth. Now class, it's time for you to do the exercise. I hope you will finish the exercise by today.